especially about heroes. Since NIP, they do like to favor that Storm Spirit pick. Unless on some, especially for both these two teams, they like to favor these strong mid-lane heroes, strong laning heroes, your TA. Not so much the Storm, your DK at some point, but paiN Gaming did pick at ESL. But unfortunately, it didn't really work out for them since they did get countered by like a cheese Timbersaw mid. But alright, so the Huskar pick does come out. No surprise for NIP. They have the safety, and all they need now is pretty much that one frontliner to start fights for them. It's very, very apparent right now that the Huskar strat from NIP, this is just them. They want to take the game one nice and quick, and then we can proceed on with the rest of the series. Especially with that game one, that mental advantage going on so early in the morning. Only time will tell.
10 seconds
who is
remaining.
the mentally stronger going into this series between these two teams. And I'm pretty sure the Misery, with Weeha, these guys, they actually left the roster after TI, but rejoining paiN Gaming back, that'll be pretty good. So, NIP, what hero could go here with Mind Control? We've often seen his Beastmaster and Nature's Prophet was banned down. I feel like we should be seeing something like
10 seconds
offlane pick. So I almost feel like we might see something tanky, something beefy, not Tide. LC pick could be pretty good here. LC is great for the Huskar. It's hard to gank, and not to mention the wave clear from the Legion commander. We might be seeing that from Mind Control. What other heroes are there left in the pool? Missing anything actually. We have seen the. I don't think we'll be seeing a Bloodseeker, unless of course the Broodmother is left in the pool. We could actually see Mind Control pick that up for NIP. So Axe was banned. Oh no, of course. Do we still see the Ogre? I don't know. I don't think. Actually, wait. Ogre could be pretty good here. Ogre could be pretty good for NIP. It's tanky. The Bloodlust works extremely well with the Huskar, with the Drow Ranger, and it allows Wind Ranger to pretty much, take the farm priority in the role as a 4. That's the good thing about having the Ogre and the Wind Ranger offlane. I'm pretty sure NIP, they have those options for them. The Bad Rider ban. So I feel like paiN Gaming needs that late gaming hero, but right now it feels very all in about that mid game draft with the Earth Spirit and the Chen. And I want to push real fast with the Enigma as well. Not too late for them to go into the Invoker pick. So did they actually do ban the Broodmother? Afraid that, since they don't have last pick, and that's why they banned the Broodmother. I'm surprised that they didn't ban it. They didn't pick it up for themselves. They had that option, but looks like they decided, nah, it's too all in. Because then it pretty much makes the rotations of lanes very inflexible. Considering how NIP, they like to group up fast. Broodmother is not usually that kind of hero. Although we have seen variations of the Broodmother where they usually like to go into like that Helm of Dawn build, something to accelerate the mid game. But alright, it looks like the Centaur Warrunner pick comes up for Mind Control. That's great. It works really nicely with the Wind Ranger. And I did talk about how you needed that one beefy here to stand in front. Centaur will be that pick. Strong laner as well. Does pretty good against Tiny. Like even with the Tiny Avalanche Toss combo, you can't really kill a Centaur. So is this gonna be the Wyvern pairing up with the Centaur? I would assume so, considering so far NIP, I would like the Wyvern with the Centaur. The damage and the heal is just too good to give up. And Wind Ranger could be more susceptible to all these kills here and there. Wind Ranger actually is also a hero which can deal very nicely with the Eidolon push. So they do okay. It's all about who pretty much wins the laning here. Can Misery's Chen do enough during the laning phase? So paiN Gaming, pretty sure this is going to be Weeha's hero. Is this the Invoker? Actually, hold that thought. A new hero comes up. It will be the Chaos Knight. So we're actually going to see Archangel. Okay, the Chaos Knight safe lane. Wow. So Weeha Tiny mid going up against Fata. Is it? Wow. Okay, so Misery has a lot to do this game, which is he has to help out the middle lane, he has to help out the off lane. I'm pretty sure once he helps Tavo out a bit, pressure the Drow. It's a Drow. I'm not so sure if an Earth Spirit can pretty much fill that, because right now it looks like they have 2 pause 4 heroes. I'm pretty confident that Misery is going to be playing that 5. Sometimes from their drafts, they kind of do this pseudo, like both pause 4 kind of, where both players, depending on who has the better ganking, can actually take up that 4 role. So it's very flexible, but I like the Chaos Knight pick here. It's great against Huskar, overwhelming physical damage. It's a tanky hero as well, and it does pretty good against the Centaur Warrunner. It's that one hero where if you get that lucky Phantasm proc with the extra illusion, you can do some serious damage, especially against a Huskar. And NIP don't have the best of ways to deal with it besides the Winter Wyvern. So this is the battle of cooldowns as well between both teams. And as I said, ladies and gentlemen, yep, this is NIP versus paiN Gaming here on the PGL 3 stream. I'm Hades, solo casting game 1 for now. Bystander should be jumping on in game 2. And of course, the best thing to do, I would say, about the KL Major right now, at least in this particular series, is that both these teams struggling in their win percentages. You know, trying to find their starts, trying to find the momentum heading into the DPC. They struggled at ESL, I believe. Some of them didn't. They did okay-ish in Dream League. So we shall see if they can, especially with mind control. You know, sometimes it's always good to have that boost. I won't really dwell into who is better as a player 33 and mind control. Obviously, both players, you know, they have their strengths, they have their weaknesses. But mind control, being a TI winner, there's some value here to be taken, especially into this team. And I actually feel like the underdogs here actually would be paiN Gaming. That's what I feel, because these guys, they like to pull out these surprises here and there, and this is just proof of it. But there's a lot to do, because right now, the battle for the late game, you know, Ace on the Drow Ranger, he's gonna have a hard time. Like Tiny, if you get that blink, you get on top of him, Drow just pops. A lot of Huskar's damage is gone, and they have lots of way to deal with it. Like the Chaos Knight, the Chen, there's plenty of control. Unless, of course, the Huskar gets a great start against Reha. So that's what I feel could be happening here. But you know, I'm excited to see the Saksa Wind Ranger. We haven't seen this too much. Wind Ranger is a hero which has kind of fallen off the meta. We haven't seen that in the past 4. Hype, especially, you know, since, for those of you who probably don't know, or some of you who haven't really kept up to date, we have 7.2 of the next patch after the KL Major. So there's something else for you guys to be hyped to. Besides enjoying all the wonderful games coming up for you guys here at this, I would say, the first C Major of the DPC. Lots of things to look forward to. So Earth Spirit. Who do you want to gank first at level 1? The Earth Spirit pick, well, I'm not even sure if it's worth trying to gank the Huskar, because if you do put the Wind Ranger mid, it makes things very, very difficult. I hope it doesn't get into that 2-2 situation, but the best thing about it right now is that I think that Chen should be staying to help out the side lanes, and the Earth Spirit concentrates on his efforts onto ganking the Fata. That's what I feel most likely should happen. It's most efficient as well. But other than that, you know, this is if I had to predict, I would go with paiN Gaming for game 1. Purely because I like the CK pick. It's a surprise factor. Are we facing some DC issues? Yeah, so we are facing some tech issues. So don't worry, guys. These are just temporary. Hope you guys are enjoying it so far, and like to, of course, thank you guys for all tuning in. Raining right now. It's outside the studio, but that shouldn't, you know, douse our moods. Always good to start with some major Dota. This is the first time I'm, of course, being a part of major on the town list, so I'm very excited for this. I mean, I wasn't surprised that the Enigma pick was something which was highly contested, but something tells me that NIP, this is why they still decide to go with the draw pick, purely because of how fast-paced it is. Yes, you will struggle during the laning, but the laning, I would say this is a big difference, at least between Tier 1 teams and Tier 2 teams, is that even though the lanes go bad, they still somehow find a way. They understand that the mid-game is what is more important, especially with the drafts. Right? So, not bad. Here in the KL Major already, we're starting to see some new heroes popping up. No, we haven't really seen CK pick too often. This is a hero that, despite all these tiny buffs here and there, it's a hero which has struggled to find its way, its place into the meta, which I feel is pretty good. You know, Wind Ranger as well is a hero which I'm not sure if it actually does work out this well this game. It's not a hero which does too well against the Chaos Knight. It's tough against the Chen. You know, the Shackles are really hard to land this game, so Saksa needs to have an amazing game. And for the Huskar pick, well, this is something which they like to go back to, right? NIP, they like to have these, I wouldn't say cheesy, but these very, very annoying cancerous heroes, like, you know, Huskar, Aquad, and Meepo, Broodmother. These are the heroes which often, even in pubs alone, you guys, you face them, you're just like, I don't want to play against that stuff. It's just very hard. Not to mention Broodmother often, you know, lots of us, PTSD. That one hero just wins the lanes. For NIP to ban it out, Well, okay, hold that thought. Looks like the tech issues are solved. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1, NIP versus paiN Gaming. And here we go. Right, so... how are you guys doing? Oh, I still lean towards paiN Gaming. I stand by it. There we go. Quickly introducing the teams. It'll be Saksa playing on the Wind Ranger. PPD, the captain, on the Wind to Wyvern. Mind Control. Our TI winner standing on the Centaur War Runner. Fata actually playing the safe lane Huskar. Wow, are they actually doing a Drow? It will be a dual mid lane. Ace on the Drow Ranger. On the dire side for paiN Gaming, Archangel playing on the Chaos Knight. You will have Misery playing on the Chen. You're gonna have Weeha playing on the mid Tiny. King Gao, King RD playing on the Earth Spirit. And Tavo on the Enigma. So already wandering around into the enemy jungle just to try and spot the lane out. Perhaps looking for that courier snipe. But Fata actually has to pull tangos. Now I think Ace is going to help him block the wave. I think this is what's happening here. He's going to help him block the wave. Well, Fata just kind of baits, just in case, you know. Feels like that's what's going on. Because I don't think Drow's a good lane against the tiny mid. It's something which you don't really want to see. And they should be having some fun contesting this top bounty run. Unless of course paiN Gaming decide that they don't want to play against it. But hold the thought, with the Chen and the CK, they might be considering going for this. They do get the stomp out. Even the Saksa is here. Devan, he needs to get the hell out of there. Alright. So just like that. Looks like the Drow having a bit of a solo lane for now. Probably realized that they need to prioritize giving him that solo EXP, but no, it actually looks like Saksa will end up going back to the bottom lane, like I said, with the Wind Ranger actually prioritizing the Centaur top. So they realize that this game they need the Centaur to get a great start, or at least a good enough start that he can go around controlling the tempo of the game for NIP. Mid lane, you know, Weeha getting zoned out a little bit. The creep wave wasn't exactly where he liked. Fata does get a superior block, but because of this, actually the wave will push in. This is the best period where, you know, especially for the tiny, you can trade hits with the Huskar, who did go for the level 1 flaming spears. Bottom lane is where all the mess is at with the Enigma pick. This is something which they're confident with. They get a shackle onto King RD. Earthshaker might actually end up going down here. This should be first blood. Saksa with the first blood. And already the Wind Ranger pick. I had my doubts, but it's starting to shine. Top lane, they're trying to get a couple of zones out. They do get the stun onto the Centaur. Mind Control is low. Still has the hoof stomp. But there's nothing left. Just subs up. So not a good stuff for paiN Gaming. Oh, they actually get a wonderful shackle for Saksa. Tavo, he has to be very careful. Tangos and 4 mangoes. This guy's going for straight out sustainability in the lane. Very curious as to see what his itemization will go into, which will shed some insight on how it will go for the lanes. Splinter Blast just to mess around with the CK a little bit. Weeha going for the toss combo, trying to go here into Fata, brings him quite low, but he has the Berserker's Blood, actually diving under the tower points, needs one more hit, blocked by the creep wave, and no, Fata is still alive. Has the HP, but Weeha ends up going down to the tower, and Fata somehow survives that. Whew. Not sure if that was necessary. That's going to deny him quite a fair bit of EXP, including one range creep, and that's going to be 72, but you know, they're kind of even still on the CS chart. Top lane, once again, trying to go here onto the CK. Misery just trying to mess around with the Hellbear Smasher, but nothing they can do. 2-0 to NIP.
It is denied.
I still feel this is a very awkward lane, probably because we don't see this too often between the Enigma and the Earth Spirit. It's just very messy at the moment. You know, CS-wise, it's 5-6. The Drow's actually doing okay. Ace is at 9-1. So we're picking up first Wraith Band. Then again, you know, just to recap back about to what Weeha was doing, you know, he does pick walking to the Rune of Destiny. But the reason why, to him, you know, it's okay to go with that level of aggression so early on is because that's the best window to exploit against a Huskar before he becomes really hard to kill. You saw just with that level 1 Berserker's Blood how hard it is to kill that hero. Right, some Mind Control. Gone on here, the slow. Very hard. Alright, so just gonna quickly turn up the in-game volume a bit for you guys.
Double damage.
Right, so there we go. But I'm not surprised. If NIP gets this good start, their Drow strat, this is something which PPD, they've played with a lot. In fact, it's always been first phase banned by a lot of teams. Name it VP, they all do it. Hold on, nice Boulder Smash onto 2 by King RD, there's just no damage. Like, I'm pretty sure this wasn't really the plan, and now he's actually zoned out of the lane. At this point, you know, it actually feels like he's just here leeching EXP from Tavo. It's not ideal when you have a hero like an Earth Spirit basically playing the babysitting role. Vata, of course, with the level advantage after that kill in the middle lane. He's happy to zone Weeha out. He has the level advantage besides the CS. And right now, paiN Gaming, these guys are actually struggling very hard. Like Misery, you know, like I said, on this trend, playing the babysitting role. Not ideal, but hold that thought. Bottom lane with the power shot. You have enough damage at Tavo. Boulder Smash to try and help save him a tiny bit. But Saksa, he's been very on point with these shackles so far. No, Weeha did pick up a regen early on with the Avalanche Toss combo. Not enough damage to Fata as he's actually zoning Weeha out. Takes a couple of hits from the tower as well. Now you can see the level of aggression out here from NIP. They've prioritized putting a very, very deep board behind the tier 1 tower. They want to zone, and the CK is not getting the best of farm. Okay, I mean 20 and 6, I say that, but I don't know. I just feel it's not good enough. Oh, they're actually trying to go here onto Misery. He's caught PPD, has the Satyr, has another blast in 5 seconds. But PPD does still take the bounty, and will this actually be a solo kill here from Misery? Chasing him down, actually, no, pump the stick charges, he's gonna be okay. But looks like Misery here gonna be in trouble to mind control. A couple more hits, and of course, down he goes. Arctic Burn also doing nice bits of damage from a nice comfortable range. Sorry about that, guys. 5-0 NIP, I would say they are crushing the laning phase with this Drow strat. And especially since the Drow is top of the CS chart, this just means that Fata, his damage is amplified by quite a huge amount. Gets that sneaky Observer Ward down, but it's immediately pinged out by Saksa. He knew what was happening. They have this Observer Ward here. The D Ward actually from paiN Gaming didn't really work out. Just a bit too much to the left. So I feel like the mid-game objectives, the win conditions are getting easier and easier. You know, you sense, oh, hold that on in the middle lane. Fata jumping onto Weeha. The Arctic Burn, Weeha should be dying. He's trying to get the kill down with him at least. But Fata now level 7, NIP. 3,000 net worth advantage. And they are snowballing pretty much out of control. You know, Misery, he was trying to get in mind control. But like I said, the Centaur, this is a pick which is very highly prioritized. Oh, they actually get the shackle onto the upspread. King RD. Kind of stuck up. They have the arrows. He's going for the Boulder Smash to break the trees. Saksa to power shot him through. The damage is there. But Tavo trying to save him. Doesn't even have mana for the Maledict. And poof. Alright, they actually do back out. Surviving for now, but the damage is done. You know, Drow doing real good. They actually get another shotgun, another power shot. They're just going to zone him out. Almost dodges the Boulder Smash. And Tavo one more hit, Saksa gets it. The Drow aura is disgusting. And in the middle lane, Huskar. You know, he did try to jump into the tiny, but with Misery here, he does get the slow toss for the stop. They could get the hook stop. Oh wow, Huskar. Will he actually go down? Yes, he do. So a bit of salvation here from paiN Gaming as Misery gets the kill onto Fata, and it's a high priority kill. Much needed. And Misery, now he can start to farm up, take up shot behind the tier 1 tower. This is where they realized this was the adjustment they desperately needed. But Saksa with this in this room, there is no sentry in the middle lane. Can he perhaps find Misery? I'm pretty sure he knew what was happening. Oh, they know what's going on. King RD TP is in, but the shackle is too late and Fata goes down. That is game tilting stuff. And Misery, he still found Saksa. Almost tries with the courier snipe, but doesn't have enough damage. But that's still a very nice skill. The power of this ward. You know, Fata TPing in like that, and Misery. That's gonna set back the Huskar's timing a little bit. And just like that, the CK is actually climbing ahead with this game. Now you look at the net worth, it's actually not that far. Weeha, oh, he's trying to go for the double damage. He's getting the avalanche, but PPD gets the kill. Fata tips. Oh, the tip. At middle lane, it's time for Star Wars to happen. It's all the tiny little clone wards, so start popping in full the Enigma. He wants to dive behind the tier 1 tower. Ace, I'm pretty sure he knows what's going on. You know, they had this ward early on, which should have given them a tiny bit of vision for that rotation. But then again, the Chen's been off the map for a bit. He hasn't shown. You can see the Drow. He's out. He's TP straight to the top. They want to pressure the CK a tiny bit more. Is he actually going for a Midas? Should be an armlet, I believe. Picks up the treads. Alright.
Dire are scanning.
Misery is spotted out by Saksa. Let's get the stomp. Getting out the slow into Saksa. Looking for the Hellbear smash to slow, but the Centaurs actually slowed them out. Phantasm gonna be proc just to farm. But now they're gonna dive under the tier 1 King RD. It looks like they weren't really on the same page for that, but now that the supports have shown, this opens up the tier 1 tower top for NIP. We haven't seen a Stampede used as well. paiN Gaming, no, they want to pressure now. They're seeing it, bringing a huge array of heroes, the entirety of that team, besides the CK, onto the tier 1 tower. But that's a nice Winter's Curse. They should be able to get the kill here onto the Chen. PPD gets that kill. But looks like Saksa with the Stampede, they want to get him, but the old toss avalanche combo. Saksa will actually still get away. The range up, but no, the tree grab from Weeha. Bata getting solo killed here by the CK. And this Huskar, he had a great laning phase, but looks like it's not exactly paying off. 4-9. paiN Gaming shows strong response as they will try to trade for a tier 1 tower. Top NIP, they open up the Dire jungle. But Mind Control picking up that very nice Vanguard. I actually would have liked the Hooded Defiance this game as well. But they're prioritizing it, seeing as most of that damage will come from the CK. Saksa looking for the backstep. Gone for the Focus Fire already. For the Shackle, looking for the Shackle, should be able to get it. Yes, he does. Looking for the power shot. Tabo coming in now, actually soaking up the damage together, but we are getting solo killed by Saksa. This Wind Ranger, usually that would not have been the case, but the power of the Drow Aura paying off its dividends. And PPD, hold that thought. Oh, he's actually found Misery, or has Misery found him? They get the slow. PPD, no HP. He has the Mango, but he doesn't have a TP, and PPD will die to the tower. Misery getting the kill for that. Nice chunk of EXP as well. So 10-5. Lots of action happening in this game 1. Looks like the Tomb of Knowledge has been purchased on the Winter Wyvern. Who will he give it to? Really surprising to see that this Drow Ranger, 10 minutes in, he's the highest net worth hero. Levels wise, not so much. Right, he's going to be trying to buff up that Huskar. But right now, the problem with the Huskar is not damage output. Survivability. He needs that, I would say, one more here to pretty much just watch him, because paiN Gaming, they're putting a lot of pressure on Bata. More than half his skills. Depths. Well, King RD and Misery. Can the King and Misery inflict some hurt onto NIP in the middle lane? Just as I said that, Saksa, he's watching Fatas. He knows.
Radiant's bottom tower.
He knows that the damage is coming, but wow, the toss in! The Phantasm! They will go! And everybody just dies! On the side of NIP, all under that tier 1 tower. They go for more, they want to die for Ace. And this will be a tier 1 tower. paiN Gaming, they truly find their way to jump in. And they show no mercy. They'll take what they can, and they'll take it. Wow. So PPD, it looks like he was staring at the ward. He's like, there's a ward there, but can't really take it out. He doesn't have the sentry yet. Waiting for the courier. Alright, so he does get that, but the King already. Hello, sir, it's a party. And PPD will be dragged into the Archangel's arms, and that's not what he meant by the love of God. Oh god. That was nasty. And Mind Control, still trying to farm up his Blink Dagger. And this is something which, having that standard, yes, he's a great player, but sometimes having that standard, when you haven't really brimmed together enough, the chemistry, it seems a bit lacking. Like NIP, they just don't seem like they're really on the same page. paiN Gaming are actually getting some serious momentum, having claimed 2 tier 1s. They're already starting to pressure the bot tier 2. Hello, Dom card, he's waiting for it perhaps. PPD, oh, the power shot and the Splinter Blast. Tabo loses half his HP. Has to be careful with Misery. Top lane looks like they may want to go into Mind Control. Oh, Chaos Bolt. Pulling him into their loving arms. King RD. Channel Pop is out trying to save Mind Control. The Stampede, nice Boulder Smash. But they can't kill the Centaur, he's way too tanky. Another Chaos Ball, but that's because over in the bottom jungle looks like Misery does get the stun. And actually the Evan Toss combo, he won't get enough damage. No input, not Fata. Weehaw, even with that double damage, now they pop the Shrine. Looks like Weehaw will pay for his sins and Fata gets the kill. And Archangel, they just can't kill Mind Control. Now if Ace, perhaps they can. They do get the silence, looking for the stomp, and they will get it using the double edge, and Chaos Knight should be dying here. He did go for the drums, and Archangel, he has been slain. And NIP, this is how they find their way back, denying the momentum that paiN Gaming were working so hard to try and gain. Middle lane, just trying to get a bit of push in. Saksa and PPD. DK, he hasn't really shown all these blink ganks in yet because obviously he doesn't have the blink dagger, but he is second on the network with the drow. This is before they've even taken tier 1 towers. That's just from all the kills, the very key kills, bounty runes as well. Now, look for Roche attempt. No, this is very risky. We haven't seen a black hole. Grouping up around the Dire jungle, NIP, looking for that one straggler who could have been there, but paiN Gaming, they have no interest in being in that Dire jungle. This is what we call the discount Shadow Blade. You know, it's the Invis rune. You don't get the bonus damage on the movements, but they should suspect, you know, especially now that they've shown 2 heroes top 2 cores especially. They should suspect that their Dire jungle is not safe. paiN Gaming will be looking to play at least in the bottom half of the map. PPD. That's a Winter's Curse, yes he will. Trying to kill someone, but the tower will go to the CK. They're like, alright, the tip comes out, but PPD, you know, it's free, just try it anyways. But Weehaw, he sucks up, blinks in, gets the bounty rune, looking for the combos, but look, once again, the Stampede and Weehaw, what are you doing? And he's gonna give another kill to another core on the side of NIP, and this time it goes to Ace, increasing his net worth advantage as this Drow Ranger. It's very scary. Fata now, you can see he does 200 a click with the armlet. Gonna be doing more. The more items which comes up, especially on the Centaur and the Huskar, as this Chen, you're gonna have a very hard time. Those wards, they see Mind Control. This is the hero which they definitely cannot go on. But Saksa, wow, look at the micro from Misery just to avoid the shackles, splitting his units away. Not easy. Now Archangel, he doesn't have the Phantasm for a minute and a half. Actually looks like they will just try to defend, try to stall the push, even using the Wild Wing Ripper. Big Chicken Tornado. Hot and see, that's why they need need a fan. Tater will go down. That's of course, Weehaw might be trying for the toss combo, toss them into the Enigma. This is something which they need to stall. They don't see the Wind Ranger. Get the shackle onto the cart, but that will be about it, as paiN Gaming, I'm pretty sure they do not want to take this fight. While the CK is still farming, and so is the Drow. Very awkward standoff, and Tavo actually going for the greedy option as the Midas, realizing that this game, you know, Tiny, he's just here to be the tempo setter. He's not the hero to actually carry the game. Considering how usually they like to give him these late game heroes, the Invoker, Alchemist, this is not that game. Task will fall to Tavo and HFN. Oh, actually going in, they do get the debut of the Blink Dagger, and actually looks like King RD goes down. Support tanking up the gank. And if you're paiN Gaming, you're not too concerned about that loss. Now this is where you need to plan on what they have to do. PK also went for Midas. These are all the comeback Midases. They want to drag things out to the late game, but the Huskar won't be as big a pain in the ass. Most would expect. Mind Control, however, is a different case. You know, he's going towards the Crimson Guard. They want to start pressuring that tier 1 tower. Huskar is actually going towards the Halberd just to perhaps find the Chaos Knight. Now for the smoke gang. I think they've realized by now that the Drow is usually alone. So this is a pretty good call if it works. Look at the Drow. He sees nobody on the map. They have wards in their own jungle. They have wards near the enemy jungle. They have wards near the secret shop. They've taken a tier 1 tower. Ace, he's headed to the top, but Saksa, they're one step ahead. NIP, Yep, they will go into Tavo, and Tavo with the shackle to seal his fate. He is dead. The hand of God will not save him in this Roche play. paiN Gaming. Very risky play. The Winter's Curse is still up, but NIP. Will they discover this in time? Looks like no, that shouldn't be the case. The medallion is going to help things out. This should accelerate the... But no, they are making their way towards the pit right now. They're popping the Stampede, PPD, they do get the silence, wonderful silence from King RD. They need to get the Roche, Mind Control gets the kill to Archangel. And there we go, the Winter's Curse and Mind Control, he gets the Aegis. Wonderful stuff, he steals it. It looks like King RD, it's a disaster for paiN Gaming in the pit as they lose 3. Now chasing towards, they want to find Weeha, but he'll be running to the north. And NIP. Wonderful stuff. And they're all dead. Once, oh, I don't even know what's happening, but Misery. Not going to be too happy about it, and that's why I said that Roche attempt was very, very risky. And just like all strats, you win one team fight, that's a tower down, might even potentially be 2. We have yet to see a black hole from Tavo at all. Because of, you know, this is a pick which, this is probably why NIP were confident enough to let the Enigma pick through. Even though this was a hero which they were so happy to play with and pick up every time in the first phase. And paiN Gaming, they will have an uphill task in trying to find a way back into this game. Because the next time they lose a fight, it could potentially be high ground with only one tier 2 tower. The smoke, NIP, they have no intention of taking their feet off the gas pedal. They want to, in fact, they're adding in the NOS. They're going for the smoke gank. Mind Control, he's seen the Chen. Kind of split up. It's very awkward, but hold. Oh, they actually see the Eidolons. Fata, he sees Tavo. They want to go, but they're having a different fight. Looks like King RD. He's going to be gone by the center. Mind Control can't get in front of him. And paiN Gaming somehow get out of that smoke gank without any casualties. And immediately the TP out from Tavo. Visrune and Fata looking for a straggler. Archangel. So greedy. This is, they have to stall somehow. They have to stall, but Fata, he sees the Chaos Knight alone. Kind of going for the solo kill. He pops the Phantasm. Chaos Bot, wonderful follow-up stun for Mind Control. They're taking care of all the illusions, and with the wonderful shackle from Saksa, the CK goes down. There is no Phantasm. This could actually be high ground, but bottom lane Weeha, he's trying to force them back. He's actually going for tier 3. Ace, the Shadow Blade. He's kind of lurking around. Tavo, he realizes he's not about survivability. You can see early on he wanted to go for a Crimson Guard. Right, oh, they found Tavo. They found it, but the shackle doesn't really connect. But Tavo, will he be forced to use the defensive black hole? I hope not. Misery, Sanisator, but that's all he can do. And of course, with the Frost Arrow, poof. Tavo is dead. A very lackluster game. I said that he needed to be the carry, but he is not living up to these expectations. NIP extend their gold graph. 10,000. You can see the itemization. The items are piling in. Mind Control. Very early Crimson Guard after the Blink Dagger. Means that the CK's illusions don't do too much. Yes, Phantasm does a lot of damage, but the illusions are so squishy early on to all these nukes. Splinter Blast, Power Shot, Double Edge. NIP, they're just doing a bang-up job with this draw. Once again, they will try for a second attempt. Very sneaky observer what placed at that camp. Does he actually block? They actually went for the block. Very aggressive. They want to jump the CK. If they jump the CK successfully, they can actually get high ground. But yeah, he's just trying to do Rat Dota. He doesn't see any hero on the map. They don't see anything. They have barely any vision. Focus broken. They already know. paiN Gaming, they pretty much suspect. But Weeha, he's going to take the risky play. He's going to just keep trying to shove this wave out. PPD is there. They actually get the Winter's Curse. The TP is coming in from Mind Control. But immediate blink out. Yeah, wow. The mind games. But Mind Control, you know, being the TI winner. He knows where he went. Paying attention to where the direction as well, which the Tiny was facing. Using to take the short blink. Imagine if he got the blink stun. That would have been a very, very huge disaster. $21 and 8. NIP, they can chill. Maelstrom on the draw. This is another item to help as well with dealing. Has some illusions. Desperately need. Yes, he's farming up. Boss. That's a very slow farm rate. Even for the Enigma as well. So close to the Blink Dagger. He needs to treasure every CS he can get. He's about 200 gold for the Blink Dagger. And NIP showing that respect. paiN Gaming as they realize they can't really push the high ground knowing that the Enigma Blink Dagger could be online anytime. And NIP pushing up the bottom lane. They have the tier 2 in their sights. Waiting up for the next Roshan, which will be up in 2 minutes and a half potentially. Misery, this is why I said the Chen pick was kind of hard to play with the Elspeth pick. Because it's very hard. Once you lose, if you lose the laning phase, what happened? It's hard to micro these creeps to actually do anything. And at that point, you're fighting for farm with the cores. Riha, he does take a tower. So some extra gold favoring paiN Gaming at least. Get a bit of respite. And you can see Enigma, they want to pressure the tower. They have to resort to this split push.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Saxa is really fat for Paul's 4. He's almost as rich as Riha, if not even fatter. Look at this. He had a great laning phase, which led to an easy mid game. Now NIP deal with the pest that is Riha. Riha, you don't want to show yourself right now. Oh, but immediate blink out. Wow, they're looking for him with the Arctic Burn, looking for the Shackle. They can't find him. This guy is such a pain in the ass. This is why sometimes, you know. Oh, okay, going for the bounty and stolen. Tabo immediate blink out. But as I was saying, this is why some teams, they get annoyed playing with Riha. He can be such a creative person. Spells, blink out through. Spells, blink out. He has to keep doing that. And he's playing his role of being a tempo setter or space creator perfectly. Which has allowed Tavo, HFN, to pretty much farm up all they needed. And the Blink Dagger finally comes online for Tavo. One other thing they can potentially use, which I thought they would like to use, was a toss into a Black Hole combo. But the way NIP have been playing throughout the mid game, they've been pretty much spreading paiN Gaming apart, not allowing them to 5-man. We saw, like even early on when they were smoked around this bottom half of the map, they took 2 separate fights, but somehow they understood what needed to be done. They still won their objectives, these tiny skirmishes, never going one-on-one. Time for pickups is long gone. Sucks. I'm just trying to get a bit of vision, push out the wave under the tier 3. Have to get the lane shoved out because Riha, look at that. He's been playing on opposite ends of the map. NIP are just dancing around like monkeys. At this point, we might call them the monkeys in pajamas. NIP, they're playing in the bottom half of the map once again. Being confident, especially with this Observer Ward. They need some form of vision. Somewhere else. Considering the lack of resources, the restriction, they're doing okay. Even use the card, they get powered down to half HP. NIP needs to be careful that this doesn't end up becoming an even trade. The last thing you want right now, with the way that paiN Gaming is playing, is that you don't want to make sure, so you don't want to let them have that lane of racks. Even if it's a range racks, even if it's melee racks, the creep equilibrium will be very annoying to deal with. Tavo somehow farms up that BKB. Very, very difficult. But then again, second thought, you know, they have the Winter's Curse, they have the Drought, they have overwhelming amounts of physical damage. Look at that, the BKB is already up on the Drow Ranger. It feels like this game, Ace perhaps could be thinking of a Butterfly. He could actually just complete the Meonia for the extra attack speed, the extra lightning damage procs. Riha Shadow Blade, Silver's Edge to deal with the Huskar. Okay, this is good, this is good. I can see that. I actually contemplated the Assault Cuirass. Send back from the Chen. Smoked up Liquid, they want to walk into their own jungle. They want to, I would say, clean out their home. Pest Extermination team is on the way. It looks like King RD, he does get out Ace. He knows his smoke has broken. Once again, paiN Gaming dodge another bullet. And they will be playing on the other side of the map now. Look at the amount of sentries just peppering the map on the left side.
Invisibility.
Blade Mill built for the tiny in this game. Okay, considering since he's not going to be getting too much farm, he wants to get whatever damage items he can get, even anything to contribute. The way he's been using his Blink Dagger has been so cautious. Tiniest hint of spell he uses it. He's actually going to walk in, place a ward. But unfortunately, this is going to be dewarded. So if anyone spots that out, they will know that paiN Gaming were there. Once again, trying to find people. They've actually found someone. It will be King RD. Once again, King RD taking up the scapegoat role. And he actually will end up dying. Riha wandering around. Observer ward. This is a very nice one. It's rare. Very underutilized, but this gives them good vision around the Roche pit just in case they're just coming from the back line. It allows you peace of mind, and you can see the emphasis on this Roshan. Liquid, they don't want to take that risk, especially with the black hole. The last thing you want to give away a Roshan. paiN Gaming, will they decide to contest this? And they're actually picking it out. Here, Ospit's coming in, he's TPing it. Perhaps thinking for an Aegis steal. He's actually looking for the Aegis steal. He's priming himself for the position. He goes in. Oh, Mafanta's taking it. And looks like King RD, he's about to go down another time. He actually picks up the cheese, but that will be his consolation prize. He really wanted that cheese. If he got the Aegis, that would have been amazing. But it was a good attempt. And again, luckily as well, because he's so underleveled compared to everyone else, his spawn timer is relatively short, so that's why he could afford to go for such a risky play. paiN Gaming go back to this, pushing out both lanes. Ace is alone. Tavo, they found Ace. They get the stun. They will use the black hole into the drown. And without the drown, they cannot go high ground. The BKB was used, but too late. It doesn't matter. A dominating streak going the way of the CK. The BKB is up. The Mantis Tower is almost complete. And the longer this drags on, this could actually still end up going to paiN Gaming. Look at that gold graph. It's starting to dip in favor of paiN Gaming. And there's a bit of hope for the Brazilians. Oh, you can pretty much afford his blade mail soon. Be able to purchase. Already just babysitting the double damage room. He's had no luck with the Spirit Vessel. It actually feels like Aeon Disc very valuable this game. So these are one of the flaws of the drought strat. Like paiN Gaming, they've done very well to weather the storm. Riha, he might find PPD. Yes, he can. The avalanche, the toss, the spank, and down goes PPD. And the Winter Wyvern. Oh, they get a wonderful shackle onto the Tiny, but he's very, very tanky. The illusions coming in from the CK, and that will force Saksa back. Riha, this pest. But yet, been that shining hope for paiN Gaming as he's been opening the map. And NIP just don't seem to have a response to this play. Misery even going for the Vladimir's offering any cheap items. This is just them going for pure efficiency, using the carts, Doms, you know, just whatever they can, push up the side lanes. And the very fact that the waves are pushing in, and the illusions. See, the towers are taking damage, taking significant damage. We talk about tier 3 siege damage, but actually NIP, they've actually done way lesser than paiN Gaming, and paiN Gaming are closer to going high ground. But with the black hole down for a short while, NIP, they're gonna try and siege. They're done. They're saying, alright, we're done letting you be pests. We're gonna do whatever we can. They laid on the Midnight Pause, trying to stall the push. The fortification is there. But do they want to go? There's a massive army massing in the bottom half of the top half of the map, in the top lane. And the tower actually looks like it will go down. It will get the tier 3 tower, so NIP do finally break some ground. Going all the way in, fast to pop the BKB, going for the bonus pass. Got King RD, he tried to stall, he tried to cancel TPs, back onto the back line. Archangel, he's going to destroy 8. He will go to Fata. There is no more black hole. That an overwhelming amount of damage on the CK, and looks like the Wind Ranger gets away, getting 1 kill. It will be a 3-for-1 trade. Top lane, they tried for the siege, but looks like Misery end up going down to Misery. To Mind Control. And to PPD, the Winter's Curse was used. But for paiN Gaming, they hold the high ground. They haven't lost the lane of racks, but this just means that NIP can finally move on to taking their next objectives, which will be the shrines. And the best part about it was Aegis wasn't even expended during that fight, and now they can start to group up kinda again. Riha, they were picking out the Winter Wyvern. One of the sneak die wards down. Top lane, the siege continues. They have the double siege cards. They might actually get a tier 3 tower from this.
Dire's bottom shrine is under Radiant's top
Very
tower.
nicely done. And the rat is real. The last time I saw something like this happen was
Radiant's
CSW
top barracks are under
playing the
attack.
Chen rat for the 1 hour game. But this is only 33 minutes in. This CK is very big. Once he gets the heart, these illusions are going to be such a pain in the ass. Weeha tried for the range racks, actually forcing out the fortification. Centaur, he doesn't have any detection at all. They can't find anything. Basta, they pop the dust, but Weeha is well out of harm's way. Look at that goal graph, just continuously. paiN Gaming, step by step, finding their way back into the game. And the Drow, you know, there's no point having all those items if the CK just gets on top of you with like what, 5-6 illusions. They don't have great amounts of AoE on the side of NIP. This game one, I have to say, like, this is starting to favor them quite nicely. Just getting the D-wards out. NIP will have no choice but to play around shrines, wait for the next Roshan, potentially up in 2.5 minutes. Let's take a look at buybacks. Who has buybacks? Huskar has buyback on the side of the Radiant. Wyvern, and for the Dire side, you know, it's on the Tiny, the Enigma, the Chen, not on the CK.
Are scanning.
He's actually going all in. He's picked up the heart. And he's reaching that level 25. Don't forget, the Reality Rift armor reduction means heroes like Huskar are just going to get shredded. All you need is the Silver's Edge to break the Berserker's blood. Or you can break the return on the Centaur, which means that this hero won't be as tanky as you would like. Eva's gone. He's still trying to farm up the AC. He's actually picking up the Boots of Travel so that he can deal with the rat.
Has fallen.
paiN Gaming, you know, they've kind of evolved. If you've noticed over the course of this game, they went from ratting 1 lane to the rest of the cores were farmed, and then that's when they started splitting out 2 lanes. So it's not always going to be 1 lane, not always the same style, not always the same tactics. They're adapting accordingly, and at the same time, pretty sure they'll be confident enough to fight it. And when you reach certain boiling point of the game, you know, when they start to rat, they will also start setting up ambushes if you're paiN Gaming. You're NIP. I mean, what can you do? Yes, you can try for a small gank like this. You hope for the best. Sees the Splinter Blast, so he knows what he needs to do. Izuri, he's probably gonna die here. Yep, the life break, sorry. And he ends up going down, so they know where all the NIP heroes are. Look at Misery. Notice how he stands at the high ground purely because he knows that if there are heroes coming back, this is the best place for him to hide, in that tiny little tuck corner. He sucks her, but will he be enough to get the solo kill? Bash, hit. Oh, he actually gets the hit, blinks out immediately. But he needs to run, he can't run, mind controls there. Chasing after Weeha, 2 of these heroes once again. And this is paiN Gaming's opportunity to try and make something happen in the middle lane. Archangel charging down mid. This Observer actually spots them out. They could kill Fata if they regroup, but NIP very quick to respond. They knew that what was potentially going to happen from paiN Gaming. And that 10,000 gold graph. Almost gone. It's very even between these 2 teams. And I said from the beginning, ladies and gentlemen, that this game not going to be stopped. This was clearly going to be a very even series. These 2 teams are showing it. Both teams wanting the mental advantage. See who has the motivation. The first game of the group stages here in Group A at the KL Major.
Radiant are scanning.
Is actually picking up the Aghanims, not completing the Mjolnir. But then we have seen these machine gun draws, Aghanims, Mjolnir, and you basically pew 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 pew. You're gonna hear the zip zaps flying around like Thor was on Earth. Huskar, you know, BKB, Assault Queras on the way. Wyvern, Blink and Ether Lens. Weeha, you don't want to stay here, Weeha. You want to get out. Do they have a gem?
Radiant's top shrine.
There's a gem on mind control. Yeah, once he saw Fata, he's like, nope, I'm immediately out. You don't have vision there as well. Gonna just try and cut the creep wave, I'm sure of it.
Radiant's top shrine.
Or not, he can't take that risk. They could actually go for a side ambush right now from the flank. If they could just find heroes. Weeha trying to go into Fata with the wild avalanche. Weeha, he's been spotted. He's gonna go into the avalanche, tossing mind control away. The stampede, the bonus match catches it. Fata, the hand grab trying to save him, but looks like King RG is gonna get sniped off by Ace. Now blinking away, Weeha will survive for now. CK gonna pop the Phantasm, right click away. Fata is sandwiched him into a corner. The Winter's Curse won't do anything for the Enigma. He's been caught by the draw. He's gonna get right kicked down, and the BKB won't do anything. Backhand won't even be used. There is no buyback on him. And look at the hot count. We're gonna get right kicked down by Chaos Knight. He needs to hard carry this by far. We might see the buybacks out here. Him against the wall. They will get the buyback on him. We have 4 heroes bringing on CK, and they will finally kill him. Ace with the ultra kill. And no buybacks on the side of paiN Gaming. This is a disaster. And NIP, they have finally found their opening. We are actually killing off Ace. The sneaky play. And looks like he actually will end up going down here, but without the main sieging heroes, this could be a big opening. He's actually bought that time. Weeha, he's happy to sacrifice his life for the cause. Mind control and PPD, they're too low to push. Soxa can try. He doesn't have the focus fire. But with that, a dieback on the Tiny NIP. Will they actually consider pushing, buying out, getting used the buybacks for the siege? Have Tavo up in 20 seconds, and they can try. 40 seconds before the CK, and over at the top lane, there's a huge creep wave. They could actually lose the range racks. Ace has bought back. They want to commit. Actually even using the BOT. Want to get that first lane of racks, which they will finally get. Misery using the Wild Wing Ripper, just cancel the tornado. Top lane, the range racks has already fallen, so paiN Gaming will not be too pleased with that. But it will be the best exchange that they could have gotten, considering the circumstances of this game at the moment. But do not be fooled that even now, this game is still very much even. We saw the power of the CK, how 4 heroes struggled to kill him. And if they can just get the right initiation, Tavo needs to step up. Right now it feels like nerves are getting a hold of him. CK may even be forced to go for butterfly. They found the real CK. They get the shackle onto him. The chain stuns and all. He doesn't have buyback. The CK, he's actually going to go down in 90 seconds without the Chaos Knight. This is a massive disaster. And NIP will be happy to see Chaiground here. They're going to need wombo combo of their lives. They pop the Winter's Curse. They want to find the Enigma, going all the way down to the tier 4. Mind control gets the stun. Because Fata with the life break, they will get the Chen. Looks like both of them die. And the GG is caught by paiN Gaming. NIP, they take game 1. This game started out very shaky for paiN Gaming. They had their, I would say they actually could have taken this game.